What comedy movie is also actually pretty deep? Clerks to the movies have a lot of themes about growing older and feeling left behind in life. Dante especially has a lot of angst about seeing people he knew from high school going on to better things while he is stuck in a dead-end job. Clerks 3 gets pretty heavy on mortality as well and was kind of an upsetting watch. I don't think the themes are handled nearly as well as the previous movies though. Caddyshack 2 is a movie notoriously bagged on. It's the only movie to address NIMBYism and how the rich are using laws and regulations to stifle the construction of housing to increase their own housing prices at the expense of the working class. Yeah, you know, the massive housing affordability problem. Caddyshack 2 was addressing the roots of the problem in 1988. Not deep, but Tremors is much more intelligent than it has any right to be. It's usually in horror. It's just monster knocking off helpless victims until one gets lucky. Tremors, you can sense the characters and the Greyboards playing a game of chess with actions and counter actions the entire way through the film. People will probably hate on this answer, because it's a Kevin Hart film as a single father. It really got to me the struggles of being a single dad. And I'm technically not even a single dad in a co-parent. But it had some real moments in there that were very relatable. Most of Robin's stuff. Look at his comedy catalogue: Patch Adams, Jack, Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire, Good Morning Vietnam. Almost all of them also carry a lesson about life that is summed up with a heartfelt speech, delivered by the man himself towards the end, sometimes several. Dumb and Dumber. That scene where Harry and Lodge are arguing about staying or leaving, and Lodge talks about being sick and tired. That scene alone had the heart to make the rest of the movie worth it, let alone the comedy. Poor Things, for sure, discussed the trauma that goes with being over-sexualized and groomed in your early years, with some hints of being an autistic woman trying to have normal relationships. The Lethal Weapon series would probably be considered more action than comedy, but it does a surprisingly good job handling deeper subjects like depression and suicide, addiction and racism. Superbad, on the surface just a zany teen comedy, but it's grounded in Seth and Evan's friendship and coming to terms with graduating high school and leaving behind your childhood friends. The almost unheard of sequel to the Rocky Horror Picture Show Shock Treatment. Real deep stuff about TV, consumerism, mental health, America. Also fucking weird and awesome as all hell. Shaun of the Dead. Young guy who is living without direction and his life is falling apart around him, all while the rest of the world is also falling apart around him. For Lions, a British comedy film about would-be suicide bombers. This was very, very brave and also manages to be quite funny about a very serious topic. The Bad News Bears is actually an incredibly gripping drama at times. In fact, I've always argued it's really a drama but just disguised as a comedy. Joe Dirt is pretty deep. It's about finding family with those you choose, after those you're related to abandon you. That message hits hard. Burn After Reading portrays the foolish, baffled people at the heart of America's intelligence services with remarkable insight. The first Ron Burgundy is about sexism, and the second Ron Burgundy is about the 24-hour news cycle, selling out to ratings. Surprised Funny People hasn't been mentioned. For some reason that movie got a lot of hate, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. The Matador. People really missed what a masterclass Pierce Brosnan put on, and touches on some timeless themes. My Cousin Vinny, some seriously impressive courtroom strategy buried in there, but overlooked in all the antics. Freddy Got Fingered, a movie which is both mindlessly stupid and an accidental masterpiece of fuck you cinema. Life of Brian. Despite my bias, this is the real answer. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. They really made you think about appearances and what they mean to some people. Due Date is one of the few comedies that made me both laugh and cry, and then laugh while I'm crying. Oh brother, where art thou? Well, in this place a geographical oddity. 2 weeks from everywhere. The last time I watched Vegas Vacation I legit felt bad when Clark gambled away all of his money. I'd say Click is a lot more profound than just the stupid comedy you think it was going to be. Sex and the City 2. Totally kidding, this is one of the worst movies ever. Coneheads. I recall a Vice article calling it the smartest dumb movie. 12 Chairs. Hilarious movie. but a great lesson on greed and pride. A Serbian film. Very funny. Also have deep meanings on children. Idiocracy, competence crisis. Way too many stupid people around. Lots of good ones in here. I'm going with The Big Lebowski. Many comedies are meant to be when you think about it.